The short-term rental market has shifted fast. In 2026, I've seen some of the 2,000 hosts I work with experience booking drops of over 50%. That is not small. That is painful. But it does not mean Airbnb is dead. It means the old playbook is dead. And in this video, I'm going to show you what has changed, why it's changed, and what you must do right now to protect your occupancy and grow your revenue. And let's start with what really is going on. First, let's call it for what it is: oversaturation. If your bookings have dropped and you're blaming the algorithm, you are missing it. Your listing is not competing with a few local hosts anymore. It is competing with an entirely flooded market. Supply has exploded. More owners, more investors, more listings. Demand is being sliced thinner and thinner. Guests have got more choice. You have less pricing power. That means fewer bookings and more pressure on price, even if you are working harder than ever. So what do? You need to stop being comparable on price. You either move into a market where supply is not out of control, or you move into a niche where competition is thinner and guests will pay for something specific. Next is professional operators. You are no longer just competing with someone renting out a spare flat. You are competing with operators running 10, 20, sometimes 50 units. They have systems. They have dynamic pricing. They have full-time teams. They treat this like a proper hotel chain. They can win on efficiency and price in terms of the short term. But here is the issue. When everything feels automated and sterile, the guest experience drops. Guests start expecting to be disappointed, and that trust goes down. Tolerance goes down, and reviews get harsher, and everyone feels the impact. Third is regulation, and this is the silent killer. Cities are no longer just talking about short-term rental rules, they are enforcing them. Entire markets have been reshaped almost overnight. If your income depends on one city and one platform, this is fragile position. You need to think like a portfolio strategist. Even if you have one property, choose your locations carefully. Understand the risk. Build flexibility into your model. Here is the important bit. This does not mean quit. It just means adapt. There are three huge opportunities right now. Number one, move where the growth still exists. Growth is shifting away from the most regulated and hostile hotspots. It is moving to places where tourism is still welcomed. So look at those demand drivers, look at the rules, look at the stability. Do not chase famous postcodes if the numbers simply do not work. Second, stop being generic. If you're running a standard 2-bed with your natural decor, you're in the most crowded part of the market. That is a race to the bottom. The opportunity right now is in the niches. Luxury, large group homes, experience-led properties. Luxury guests want certainty and not the cheapest price. Large group homes mean bigger bookings and fewer changeovers. Experience-led homes are harder to copy. When your property has a story or one of those true wow factors, you stop being a commodity and you become the reason they book. And third, which is obviously the one, is direct bookings. Relying on Airbnb is risky. Platforms can change their fees at any point, and Airbnb have done this in the last 12 months. They can change your visibility at any point, and Airbnb have done this in the last 12 months, and they can change the rules, and Airbnb have done this in the last 12 weeks. If all of your income sits inside one platform, you do not own the business, you are dependent on it. The new move now is multi-platform. Also, you've got to build a direct booking foundation. You need to have your own website. You cannot just rely on the free PMS website that you've been given. You need to own your audience. You need to own your control, because this protects your margin. It protects your risk. So if that bubble does burst, you do not panic. And again, evolve. The old version of Airbnb is gone. This is not 2021 or 2022 anymore. This is the era of being average and still getting paid is over. The hosts who treat this like a real business will win. And if you want to be fully booked in 2026, you do not need luck. You just need a proper system. Watch this next video and I'll show you exactly how to get more bookings.